I went to Nuit Blanche in Toronto and I suddenly asked myself, what is art?
Beaux Art?
The first thought was maybe it's the way to make people to do what you want.
What we're going to do is create a rainstorm that builds from very quiet to a peak and then back down to very quiet. It's not really the sound that the wind makes. You have to kind of think about it, imagine what you're trying to imitate. So wind is continuous.
Such as imitating the sound of rain with silver pom-poms. Or maybe it's about bringing the community together and sharing cultural activities. Or maybe it's about using new media to deliver unclear messages, especially with TV screens from the 90s. Or maybe it's about sharing music that was first shown on the same TV screens 30 years ago.
Like a giant one.
Sometimes, though, art almost seems like a distraction. And then when you see someone who's dedicated to their work and that they're helping others to survive, then art suddenly seems useless, and artists seem to be almost on the way of real heroes. But when you notice that the whole world is on fire, then you think that maybe art helps us to cope with it. Because sometimes you don't need to be saved, you just need to be a little bit distracted. And by getting to these conclusions, you realize that if Nuit Blanche cannot distract you enough, then you need to find something else. And so I decided to go and watch boxing, because what else can give me answers if not a boxing tournament? Sports. Sports is interesting. On one hand, it promotes good health and self-care and discipline. And on the other, it can be very violent. And it always requires people to compete with each other. No matter how entertaining it is to watch, you cannot but draw parallels with art, where you need to go to festivals or put your arts onto different platforms for the sake of getting praise and awards. And so when the competition is involved, no matter if it's sports or arts, people tend to play dirty. But at the end of the day, many of them don't even care, because all they want is to climb on top of the Olympic hill, or whatever you call it. So you think about every step you take and every move you make, and you cannot but wonder if that was all that you were meant to do. You are trying to remember what originally attracted you to either sports or arts? Maybe it was people's attention, maybe it was a challenge, or maybe it was your first boxing shoes that look sick as fuck. Maybe it was another unconventional piece of clothing that helped you to express yourself. Maybe you always wanted to do arts to send a message to humanity. You just wanted to communicate without words. And you wanted to bring people attention to things that they might not have noticed before. Maybe you just wanted to educate them. And it just became your way of showing people that you care. So you develop your voice to deliver thoughts in a caring, non-violent way. But then it feels like your message doesn't matter if it's boring. And to be honest, it makes everything complicated. So you try not to think anymore and just keep things imperfect.